I seen this video of a man saying, "You want to know how I know Jesus is real?" And so I just wanted to share my story about the first time I discovered that Jesus was actually real. So I grew up pretty religious. I wouldn't say religious for myself, but I came from a religious family where everybody was always talking about Jesus. My mom was always preaching. She was always talking about praying. We went to church, all the whole nine. But I just had so many questions, like so many things just didn't line up that I just couldn't fully get invested. So I knew Jesus existed, but I wasn't like 100% sure. Anyway, long story short, I don't want to make this a long story. I just want to share my testimony. One day I was on a flight from Cleveland to New Jersey, and coming into New Jersey, one of the engines ends up going out. Yes, while landing, there was a lot of turbulence and something, I don't know, they told us after the plane already landed, but whole plane just started shaking and tumbling. I'm about like 17 years old, probably like one of my first few flights I've ever taken because I was coming back from college, going back home. And when I tell you, everybody on that plane, including the flight attendants and the pilots, all started freaking out. Like people, like passengers always kind of freak out when there's a lot of turbulence, but when you see a flight attendant freaking out, you know there's something that probably happened. Moral of the story, everybody starts screaming a million things. Like everybody's like, help me, da 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 da. Like they're literally screaming, panicking, freaking out, saying anything under the sun. People are even praying. And I'm panicking like internally, but I'm trying not to panic out loud because it doesn't make a difference if I'm screaming or freaking out in my seat. And I'm saying all these things. God help us. God, don't let the plane go down. My gosh, I pray that we stay safe. The plane is going buck shit crazy. We're in turbulence, the engine's tweaking, we're juggling like this. The second I say, in the name of Jesus, with my whole body and soul, like I wasn't just chatting either. That sentence just came out of my mouth. Everything stopped. Everything stopped. The turbulence stopped. The plane wasn't rocking. Shit just immediately settled. I was so shook. You guys don't understand. And I've never, ever shared this story because I still can't believe it myself. But watching a man say that when he said the name of Jesus and then whatever situation he was going through uplifted, I felt like I had to share this story with people. Ever since that day, I'm gonna cry. There's something in that name. In the name Jesus, like specifically that name. My relationship and perception of Jesus specifically, not just religion, not just Christianity, not just Jesus specifically, in that name, it changed forever. And of course, me being, slightly stubborn, although my brain chemistry changed with that experience, I had to test it out again, of course. And ever since then, if I'm having insomnia or if I'm having a bad dream, if anything happens and I say the name Jesus Christ from the depths of my soul, the situation changes. And so that's when I found out Jesus was real, because everybody on that plane was begging and pleading and doing all the things, begging literally. But it wasn't until that name Jesus was spoken with conviction. I just can't believe that happened. But yeah, that's my story.